Guys, Gio the Rican.
Sonny Blue Note.
Loud Pack Ralph.
We are the Joint Chiefs.
Loud.
What's good, baby? All right, so how'd you guys meet, man? Like,
Well, I mean, I met Sonny Blue at an I Stand showcase. It was a producer showcase, and pretty much through a safe. Like, I was, shout out to the amazing SB. He just went out to get a smoke break. He happened to be there. And we just started a conversation. He showed me how he walks around with a tin can, just loaded with rolled J's. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he don't do that no more. Back then, he was just by himself. Not as two other Chiefs here. So those days are long gone. But, you know what I'm saying? We started chilling. I started giving him classes to be an engineer. And he just always, when I walked through, he always just had a joint for me and then a joint for himself. And, like, that was the realest shit ever. I never really experienced that shit. That shit was real. And then that turned into, you know what I'm saying, what you see here, Blue Note Stu BX.
cool.
You know what I'm saying? And then he knew, you know, Ralph, you want to say I knew that, Ralph?
Oh,
Yeah,
Ralphie,
talk
I've
about that,
known-
yeah.
Ralph I've known forever. His older brother's a childhood friend of mine from the neighborhood. And, you know, he's always just been here. I've always just been here. So, you know, he got old enough where we both found that we both share the whole 420 culture. We're both
Loud.
smokers. And he started coming here more frequently, you know.
Yeah.
And
Coincidentally enough, the first time I met him was 420. Because we had like a 420 party here.
And you bought that
Really?
bomb that day. Yeah. And you bought that
That's
bomb that day.
hilarious.
I was sitting here with-
Everything's lining up, you know what I'm saying? And he just showed interest in engineering real quick, like he wanted to learn, you know what I'm saying? He never been surrounded by this. And he's always asking questions. So
So about
I
that,
always
yeah,
had-
like, you know, engineering, like, did you always wanted to do that, or?
I went to school for it. I graduated in 2014. We were both IAR alum. We both went to the Institute of Audio Research.
Nice.
I DJ'd when I was a lot younger because my brother DJ'd in the late 80s, mid to late 80s. So I DJ'd like from like 97 to 2000, which is why we were able to decorate the studio with this like plethora of classics. But no, man, I kind of, you know, I used to rap back in the day, and I kind of left it alone, just to make a long story short, and then I just kind of had like an epiphany, man, like, yo, I need to get back into music. I didn't think it would be rapping ever again, though, especially after 30. I'm 35. I'm the old head of the group, grumpy old man. And I never thought, you know...
veteran Joint Chief.
Veteran Joint Chief, absolutely. And I definitely never thought that I'd get back into rapping. You know, I thought it'd always be like an engineering thing. But, yo, here we are.
So about that, like, how did you guys come about just, you know, engineering and, you know, helping people make their music better from that to you guys making your own music?
Well, it kind of started because, you know, I started off as a producer, and that led into engineering, and then I always have that trouble with balance of, you know, I'll be busy, you know, booking sessions, and then not make beats, and then I'll make a bunch of beats and like not book any sessions, and it was just frustrating. Like I never found that balance. So I had this, you know, I had an epiphany of, I have everything at my disposal. I make the beats, I engineer, I have a studio, and it's like the artist I've been looking for this entire time was me. And then these two brothers made me feel so comfortable when I laid down my first song, because I haven't rapped since like 8th grade, and we're talking like 02. You know what I'm saying? They made me feel so comfortable that I wanted to do another song. And like that's how we made Indica and Sativa. And me and Sonny Blue Note were gonna do a podcast called The Joint Chiefs a couple months back. So everything is kind of aligning because he's the one that recommended that we spell Joint Chiefs the way it is spelled right now. Because I got the idea, you know, after like the whole Joint Chief of Staff thing, you know what I'm saying? So it like everything is making sense.
Gotcha, cool. And you, how about you? Like, did you ever have a feel for engineering? Did you ever have a feel for rapping before you met them, or?
Yeah, I was rapping a little bit before I met them. As far as engineering, I really never had the accessories or a studio around me to where I could go and just mag and, you know, be sociable and like learn new stuff. That's how come when I met them, I was just asking so many questions and just doing extra, trying to be there in a loop. Like, I ain't trying to be outside doing nothing, standing on the corner like everybody else. So let me just stay in the loop, ask a million questions, annoy them. Try not to be too annoying, but still try to learn what they're doing so where I could follow and just be there and cut that little fly on the wall. So they just dig the vibe. We the Chiefs now.
Cool. And as far as the music goes, when you guys pick out songs, now I know you get the concept, joint, smoke, and is most of the music that you guys make related to that, or?
Yeah,
Yeah.
everything's like weed
Yeah.
based.
Yeah, 420 music, stoner rap. You know what I'm saying? We're trying to really take a stab at being, the best 420 rap group that there is right now. There's been classic groups. You know what I'm saying, like the Cypress Hill. You know what I'm saying, like the 311s. And, you know what I'm saying, like a whole bunch of different groups that kind of
corrupting them.
yeah, man, it's fucking Dog Pound Gang and shit that are like weed centric. But then there's rappers that are just rappers that are known for just being weed smokers. Like Snoop doesn't really. I can't name you 5 songs that Snoop has done that's just about weed.
Yeah, he's a gangster rapper who happens to
Who
smoke
just love-
weed.
who smokes
he
weed every
he
day.
loves weed, and that's different. Like our music is completely weed centric, down to the music, down to the instrumental behind the songs. Everything is super vibey, super mellow, conducive to getting high.
Yeah, and we're trying to give you good content. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we're
we
trying to
talk
really
real shit.
deliver. We're trying to deliver on every song.
And we talk.
We're
real
not just
shit.
trying to parody it or like, you know what I'm saying? Like we're not just trying to.
Be a novelty.
Yeah. Like we're not trying to be a novelty. Like we're really trying to like give you good quality songs. And even like our song that's called The First is our strongest record because everybody smoked one time. You know what I'm saying? Everybody smoked at least once. And it's like no matter how high, you always remember the first. So we are trying to make songs that stick, but our songs are about weed. And coincidentally, everybody likes sticky weed. So see, it markets itself. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to take advantage of the community. We want to be accepted by the canon community, at the same time being respected in hip hop, because we are delivering, lyrically on the records that we have.
Yeah, we're not just stoner rappers that are just ha ha ha. We're getting
Yeah,
high.
we get
Like,
high, no.
yo, we got shit, bro.
Not a
Every
bunch of
time you
West
get high,
Coasters.
you gotta listen to the joint Chiefs, because you gotta get in the zone. And,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? East Coast shit, you know what I'm saying?
Cool,
Super
cool.
East Coast shit, super vibey fucking stoner rap, but like with bars.
Yeah, bro. I like to say the Locks meet Cypress Hill.
Gotcha. Is there any, and as far as like the brands out there, is there any brand in particular each of y'all feel like y'all like the best,
Life.
hybrid or?
24/7.
Raw.
Like
Raw.
strains of weed? Strains of
Yeah.
weed? Girl Scout things.
Shout
Shout out to Be Real, because I had the jet fuel. That shit's fucking fire. I had it in Cali, man. Shout out to Rob Dank, man. Hopefully next time I go there, you'll know my name. He just came through in the crib because my man knew him. But that's another story. But fucking the jet fuel, the Girl Scout cookies, and the Skittles, yo. That's
Never heard of that. Skittles, wow.
But it's like with a Z.
Oh. And then as far as engineering and making music, beats and stuff like that, do you guys feel that when you smoke, does that make it better, or do you guys feel like just knowing what you know how to do automatically is going to come together, and then just when you're just smoking it just makes you more mellow? Or what do you think about like stuff like that when you're making music and smoking?
I'll let you start, because we all do it kind of differently.
Gotcha.
I like to like roll up as I'm listening to beat, because that's like when it boosts my creativity or when I get in the zone. So by the time I already got my first 4, I'm ready to light, I'm near, then I could go over what I have and see if I want to progress and keep going with it. Because if I try to like write sober, it's not gonna flow. It's not gonna come out right. I'm gonna be there stuck on the same thing, just reading it over. I'm gonna get anxious, walking in circles. I need to smoke on it, and I feel like it just start flowing. It do everything from there.
Gotcha.
I had to. It all depends, because as we're working on, if we're working on the mixtape, I could just work in the crib. You know what I'm saying? While I'm taking care of the kids, I can play in the headphones. I can write something. If it's if it's something for the album, I'm usually here. I have to be here. I have to be here to really give the vibe, because the vibe I feel like we have to give it on the album. When it comes to the mixtape stuff, I feel like we can give the bars from wherever we're at.
Gotcha.
But I feel like when it comes to the album Never Canoe, we really, at least me, I really try to be here, because songs like The Scythe can't work unless we're all here. You know what I'm saying? So So when it comes to the
Make it
album,
lit, like,
yeah. So when it comes to the album, I know Sonny needs to leave. He needs to leave. Nigga would tell you, yo, I need to roll up. Like he'll say I need to roll up, smoke. Can't come up with 4 bars. I need to roll up. Man, I'm gonna let you tell it, cause that shit be.
Yeah, I have a process. Because all right, here's the thing. As a veteran chief, as a veteran chief, as a veteran joint chief, like I told you earlier, I had prior experience, you know, rapping, so I have my process. But I need to get high, whether it's dabbling, because I also dabble in production. You know, he's pretty much mentored me through the whole, you know, engineering thing. He's also mentoring me through the production aspect of it. But smoking behind any part of that production engineering, it adds a different texture to your brush. You know what I mean? And that's my perspective. It just adds a different texture. It's you approach it differently when you're baked.
Got you. So also, the projects, the songs that you guys have out. Can you speak about, like, you know, the names or whatever you guys just dropped, or speak about the projects you guys got coming out? Speak about that.
Well, I guess since we have 3 original songs, I guess we each will talk about one. Indica Sativa is a good. It's the first record that we recorded, and it basically breaks down, you know, like, what's your favorite high, what's your favorite reefer. I'm spitting from the perspective of Sativa, Sonny spitting through the perspective of Indica, and Loud Pack Ralph is spitting from the perspective of, you know what I'm saying, the hybrid strains.
Gotcha.
And I feel like that's a dope, you know, it's laid back, low key, like most of our records, but that's like, you know, it's really chill, and it's good. It's interesting that, you know, we didn't just go and just go about it, just random verses, you know. Everything about our records really makes sense. That's why everything's really conceptual.
Cool.
Whatever.
and we got another one. Okay,
We're high at this point.
No, all jokes aside, what was the question again?
Basically, like, as far as
yeah, I should have just
wait.
Go ahead.
No, go.
We
Yeah.
got another one, Elevators, where we basically redid the Outkast joint Elevators, and we're basically in the song inviting you into our experience
Oh,
every
we
day,
all
smoking
killed
with
that.
each other. But we just smoking with each other. We're inviting you in to smoke with the joint Cheefs crew. Just blaze one Mac out, and just leave all that other shit outside. Just enjoy life, smoke.
Yeah, that.
Play some exotic. We do not smoke Reggie in here. Do not bring no fucking no bird in here. You will get kicked out. We don't care if you got no bar. Just don't bring no fucking Reggie in here.
Not even if it's a whole pound, just a big duffel bag.
No, Cheech and Chong.
I'm anti-fine, so that's a whole other conversation. But yeah, all the freestyles that they'll find on the pages are off a mixtape that we're making called Pay Homage. You know what I'm saying? And it's basically us paying homage to certain songs that have the stoner vibe and those legend OG stoner rappers. You know what I'm saying? So at the Elevators, and then we also got Ice Cube record called Today Was a Good J. And then I'll let Sonny talk about the last record that's coming from the album Never Canoe with Joy Effort. That's coming 420. So you got to talk about the first.
The first, I mean, everything that we've done to this point has just been super duper organic, in the sense that it's like,
Pun intended.
yeah, pun intended, from when he starts working on the beat to when we start working on a hook to when we start writing our verses individually. But when the first came together was funny, because he lays down the beat. He's working on the beat. He lays down a completely different bass line. He winds up trashing it, and he starts working on this next beat, which is what we were working on, and it was just amazing. So he's working on one aspect of the hook, and then I'm working on the other, and then the verses came in, and everybody just came in right. It's like the verses are like attached to the instrumental on an innate level, because
Gotcha.
it like the way everybody just fucking killed it on it. Just, seriously.
That beat was hitting. It was knocking.
The beat was hitting, you know, the hook is cool as fuck.
Yeah, it's our strongest record.
And everybody's verse is super tight, man.
You know, like
And the girls love it. Like,
everybody loves it, man. Cause
it's just smooth.
all jokes aside, I mean, like the other ones are pretty heavily deep into like weed references and everything like that. But you know, no matter how high, you always remember the first time you got high, and everybody's got high at least once. You know what I'm
Gotcha.
saying? So that's the more, I guess you could say, commercial record, but I'd rather say the one that really sticks the most.
Gotcha. And I hear you guys talk about like Never Canoe. What does that mean basically?
Awesome. Yeah.
Never canoe, long story short, it means balance. Everything's about balance, all right? Oftentimes, we try really hard and we pay attention to one aspect of our lives while the other side gets unattended to. So you always have to try to burn evenly. Or in our case, hashtag never canoe.
Gotcha.
It's that in a nutshell.
Yeah. If you search the hashtag never canoe, you'll find the Joint Chiefs. Or on SoundCloud, or on Twitter, or on Instagram, or on Facebook. The Joint Chiefs with 2 E's, Chiefs.
Loud.
Gotcha. And then one last quick question. As far as you guys smoking or, just becoming into like that nature of like, yo, I like smoking, this is what I like to do. Is there anyone else before you guys or someone that you feel like you guys can look up to or mention that you feel like you look up to as the big smoking homie? Like, everyone got Snoop, some got Wiz Khalifa, some might have smoked this. So it's just like, each of you, like, who do you feel like, which, individually, which one of those guys or anyone I don't know of or you could mention that you look up to as a big smoker?
Currency. I'm a big fucking Currency, and I'm a big who signed the Currency trademark the Skydiver. Those are two like every time I put their music on, I'm like that's my answer. The whole Jet Life wave, man. If they can hear our shit, they probably fuck with it. But Currency mainly because it was, and I caught on to him late too. I caught on him to like he dropped, I think Verde Terrorist, and I was like, I can 09 and shit. I don't know, I could be off, but then I caught up real fast. It was just dope. And his shit, his shit is just weed and cars.
Yeah.
So,
What about you?
As I guess the old head, I would probably say Be Real.
Nice. Be Real TV, got the nice.
Yeah.
Do it back.
That's
Dude,
yeah,
you know
classic.
what's crazy?
You
Like,
got the smoke box to Be Real. Yo.
listen.
Yo.
That Roll It Up instrumental, like I'm not even gonna say it. I don't want to give too much away in regards to pay homage.
Got you.
But Jesus, yeah, Be Real, definitely.
How about you?
I definitely fuck with Spitter. I fuck with Currency, but I gotta give it to Redman, man. All the way back to Muddy Waters and just talk about
classic.
And it wasn't even
More
all loud
classics.
back then. That was the Arizona chocolate mango pina days, and he was still talking about hydroponics and shit back in the day. So
Yeah.
I gotta go with him. And shout out to Burner from West Coast
Shout out to
Cure,
Burner.
the
Real
person who
cookies,
made
yo.
Girl Scout,
Real
the
cookies.
original Girl Scout cookies, man.
Real cookies.
You need to come to New York and bless the kid, man, because niggas know.
Real
We know our
cookies.
history, man. Shout out to Burner and West Coast Cure, San Fran, Cookies Brain Word, and Kenny Powers, Sherbert, man. Word.
Rob Dank, holla at me, bro.
Cool. Right, cool. So, again, tell them, about the singles that y'all about to drop or the ones that's out now. Let them know where they could go find it at again. And if you want, shout out, social media networks and all that.
All right, man. Go ahead.
You can shout them out. You can find us at SoundCloud. We got Twitter, also Facebook, Instagram, everything. The Joint Chiefs. At the Joint Chiefs, we just keep it basic. We all smoke weed. We're not trying to make it complex for y'all, so y'all forget. The Joint Chiefs is all there. Just get high with us, man. It's vibe music.
Yeah, Puerto Rican, Loud Pack Rap,
Bro.
Sunny Blue, though, man. You find the Joint Chiefs, you find us, man.
Cannabis cup through your speakers, man.
Word.
Fuck with us.
Whole lot of things.
All right, cool. This your boy Jonathan from On The Scene signing off. Joint Chiefs.
Bronx Bombers.
Yeah.
John, man, nigga John can't fuck with the Chiefs, man. He over there smacked you. Lucky he behind the
Whole
camera.
lot of that
He lucky he behind the camera right now. You can't see John back there, man. Over there, red eye.
Man. On the scene, bro.
Loud.